So there's an effort to make Aurora more like Denver. Hush-hush effort to give Aurora's mayor much more power, like Denver, where the mayor really runs the show. I say hush-hush because it's not clear who is behind this mayoral power grab. When our Marshall Zellinger asked Aurora Mayor Mike Coffman if it's him, if he's the one doing it, the mayor said we only get to find out if the issue qualifies for the November ballot.
As the third largest city in Colorado, Aurora runs differently than the top two. Denver and Colorado Springs have a strong mayoral system of government. Aurora is run by a city manager hired by city council.
The difference is who makes policy and who carries it out.
Sam Mamet is the retired executive director of the Colorado Municipal League. We asked him to simplify the difference between having a city manager run government like Aurora currently has versus a mayor in control, which voters in Aurora could be asked to change to in November.
I think one of the strong arguments is you want to have one person directly elected and accountable to the citizens of his or her community to be able to control those appointments. The argument for a council manager system is that you want a professionally trained individual.
And that city manager has the ability to hire and fire anyone at will, and they never have to go in front of voters.
Tyler Sandberg is the spokesman for the group collecting signatures to put an issue on the ballot to give the mayor more power. It would also reduce term limits in Aurora. Sandberg, a former campaign manager for Congressman Mike Coffman, would not say if Mayor Mike Coffman is behind this effort.
He's supportive. I mean, he's the mayor, and this is going to improve the running of the city, but there are lots of people that are involved and supportive of this. It was actually the sudden retirement of the city manager that kind of pushed this to happen in this year instead of in a year or two.
Giving the mayor more power means the ability to hire and fire department heads, like, you know, a police chief. Aurora's police department is working under a legal agreement with the state attorney general's office to improve policies and training. But it's the city manager and not the mayor who ultimately fired police chief Vanessa Wilson last year and has since hired 2 interim chiefs.
He's very clear. There is a lot of public controversy around the police, and it's an unelected bureaucrat who gets to decide what happens to the police department. Voters don't get to hold city leaders accountable because the person who runs the city is an unelected bureaucrat.
But they do, because currently the city manager is hired and fired by city council. So if voters don't like the city manager, they can make a change at city council. And always thinking of timeliness, Sandberg made a Nuggets type reference by calling that an indirect bank shot of accountability.
What explains like the comically clumsy secretiveness about all of this? Like, why not just come out and be like, yeah, baby, give me that power. Let's do it.
I mean, right, Coffman could serve 2 more terms currently under what currently exists. This would also change term limits. But yeah, what's the harm in saying, I know I could benefit from this if I'm behind it, and here's why. Because like he said, like Sandberg said, the city manager's out, so should you hire someone if you're considering changing this? Because big cities maybe should act like, I don't know. I don't know why the secrecy, but 3 residents have put their name on getting the petition out there, yeah. But it's kind of like, don't bother us until it qualifies. Then we'll all talk about why we efforted this in the first place.
It reminds me of the line in Congress that dogged Nancy Pelosi for years when she said you have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. Well, you can find out if I'm behind it if you put it on the ballot. Marshall, thank you.